Exam structure, there are going to be 4 questions in exam. So you have section A and you have section B. Section A has 2 questions. Section A is for 50 marks. Section B also has 2 questions, and that is also for 50 marks. But there is a distinction that in section A, you have total marks are 50 and there are 2 questions. So you might be thinking 25, 25, but not. It is not 25, 25. In fact, question number 1 is 30 marks and question number 2 is 20 marks. This question 1, which is for 30 marks, it is always from consolidation. And it is quite possible, and I will, when we will go through the course, I will explain you that what areas of consolidation you should be focusing at, what possibly could be the examiner testing you with reference to consolidation, because it's a large topic. I mean, consolidation is a huge topic. So although we need to learn a big part of that, but still we need to somehow forecast or predict or anticipate that what exactly could be tested in exam. The second question from section A is for 20 marks. And this is probably section A, part A, part B, part C. So one part could be from ethics for 6 to 8 marks. Then part B could be from any other standard, and part C again from some any other standard, something like that. Then you come to section B, which has 2 questions of 25 marks each. Again, 25 marks, question number 3, part A, part B, part C. And what he is going to do, he probably maybe ask part A is for 8 marks or 10 marks, part B is for 8 marks, part C is for maybe 7 marks. Okay. And very interestingly, when it is part A for 10 marks, so there is a big possibility that within this 10-mark part, he is testing 2 standards, not 1. And maybe for this 8 part, it might be 1 standard, it might be 2 standards. So it is quite common in exam that every part will have every question will have 2 or 3 parts, and every part will have 2 or 3 standards. Yeah, we do have sometime 8 marks coming from only 1 standard, and it is possible at least 1 question will be like that, where examiner wants to check the depth of your knowledge. He will relate to 1 question, for example, about impairment, IS 36. And he is putting some question where he wants to check your thorough knowledge on impairment. He puts it as 8 marks, only 1, a discursive writing, a lot of discussion. By the way, remember in SBR, although it's financial reporting means numbers, but you can easily consider that it is 60% of theory and only 40% of numbers. Okay, so discussion part is bigger. It is also possible that you can consider it 65-35. That is also fair enough to understand. So number part is always small. So it does not involve, ACCA SBR exam does not involve some complex calculations. No, it does not involve complex calculation, but it does involve a lot of discursive writing. Then you've got 2 professional marks. So in ACCA strategic exams, like you have AFM, you have SBL, there are 20 professional marks. But in case of SBR, there are only 2 professional marks. So that is probably a very little weightage to professional marks. So 98 are, we call them technical marks. So 98 marks are technical, which means that 98 marks are allocated to your knowledge of the subject, financial reporting itself, and only 2 marks are for your communication and presentation.